Today, let's talk about the future of Divi 5. Now, Divi 5 has come a long way, and if you're one of those people that used Divi 4, if you compare to Divi 5, there's a massive difference. And the difference is because a lot of features have been added. So things like the variable manager, even the presets have been improved now because they have presets which also are within the actual settings themselves. So there's a lot of features. And of course, with a lot of features, it makes things a lot more complicated, especially if you're a beginner. So the question now is, what do you do if you want to start designing websites with Divi 5? Well, there's a bit of a process. As you know, I've been using Divi 5 from the stage where it was in alpha until today. And pretty much I've been using it every day just to find out the best way and the best steps I can use to achieve, great looking websites. So the analogy that I want to give here is of Photoshop. So if you look at Photoshop as a piece of software, it is amazing. It produces a lot of work. I mean, we're talking about posters, graphic design, photography, you name it. It's all done in Photoshop. But if you're a beginner and you just go into Photoshop and start using it because you're so excited about what it can do, you'll find yourself stuck because you need to learn how to use the software. And this is where Divi 5 is heading because it has become so complex for the average user now, especially if you want to understand the process of producing something quickly as you design. So, as I mentioned earlier on, I've been using Divi 5 for a long time, and I can conclude right now and say there is no way that you're going to be able to produce quality professional looking websites that also follow the UI design standards that designers use there, UI UX designers use out there, without using either presets or a class-based system. Now, why am I saying this? In the days of Divi 4, we only had very few units to work with. We had pixels, rem, ems, I think VW as well. But now, a new feature that has been added is clamp. And of course, there's also other units that have been added as well. So the question now is, okay, so what do we use? I mean, it's become even more complicated now, especially for the average user or the brand new user to Divi 5. I mean, it's like you get stuck. You don't know what to use. What units do you use? So that in itself is a challenge. And then we also have standards that we have to follow. And these are standards that have been imposed on the web design space, accessibility. So if you're thinking of using text like how we did in Divi 4, where you're just defining everything by pixels or rams or EMs, that's not going to work because the workflow is going to be you choose, let's say, desktop, you add a unit there, and then you go to let's say the mobile, you use a unit there, you go to the tablet. You can't use that because that will definitely fail accessibility. And that is a big challenge. So what it forces us to do is to have classes which we can apply while we're designing that are already defined in ahead of time. So that way you don't have to go in and say, okay, for H1, you're going to use these values, for H2, that value. It will take very, very long for you to design. And of course, there's something unique to Divi, which is the class. I mean, the classes, of course, they're there, but there's also presets. And as I've been using presets over and over again, I've started to realize that there is no way we're going to be able to design professional looking websites without either presets or these classes. Now, of course, it may come across like I'm just promoting my products, but honestly speaking, how else can you design a website each and every time that's going to be consistent? If you're going to be looking for your clamp values, are you realistically going to go in and choose clamps every single time? You mean you paste the clamp values on your spacing, on your text each and every time? It's going to be almost impossible. So it brings me to a point. As some of you may well know, I have a product called Krafter. In fact, I have Krafter Lite, which is absolutely free. This you can download right away. The link to that will be in the video description. What Krafter does, or Krafter Lite does in this case, is it allows you to just install it. And when you start building your website, you don't have to guess your headings, you don't have to guess your text, and you don't have to guess your basic sizes. like your padding and your margins. Everything is done for you and it's all fluid. So if you want to go advanced, then you're going to get all the extra features that you need for you to design your websites. But today I'm really excited to announce that I'm going to take this a step further. A lot of you that have been purchasing my products, and I would like to thank each and every one of you. You've been asking, what's the difference between this product and this product? Why do I need Crafter presets? What are they? Right? I've already bought Crafter, so why do I need Crafter presets? So there's a bit of a confusion there, and I can understand why there's a bit of a confusion because we have presets here, and Crafter itself has presets as well, right? So it can be very, very confusing. And then we also have our starter templates. So what are starter templates? Right? So all these are questions that I get behind the scenes. So what I think will be the best way to have a proper workflow is to have Crafter combined with Crafter presets. That way, you just get a whole library of presets all in one. I'm talking about your blurbs, your buttons, your accordions, everything is now going to be responsive. It's going to have the right values because out of the box, when you look at these Divi modules, they don't have the actual values in there. In fact, the values that are there, they're your static values like your pixels. But everything is going to be converted to clamp, which is going to make it responsive. So this is going to be a huge, huge change. So I know you're probably going to say, well, Mac, are you going to charge us extra if we've already purchased Crafter? Well, absolutely not. For every single one of you that has purchased Crafter for $77, by the way, you are going to get a free upgrade to Crafter Pro. Free upgrade. You're going to have all the presets for all the modules, including Crafter itself. That way, there's no confusion. What are Crafter presets? What's this? What's that? It's all going to be one product. Crafter presets and Crafter are all going to be combined. So that's going to have everything that you need to design a website. No more guesswork. And this is also going to come with amazing documentation. I know some of you may be saying, well, but Mac, we don't know how to do this. How do we do that? The reason why I've delayed with the documentation is because of these major changes that are happening. Recently, we had the preset manager added on. So as you can imagine, if I'd done all these videos about Crafter or the documentation, I would have to redo all of them because the interface has changed. You see, but hopefully now there shouldn't be like major changes coming through to the presets. So that's going to be very, very exciting. So as we speak, I'm working behind the scenes to have these presets and Crafter all combined to have one product, which is going to be called Crafter Pro. It's going to have everything. So every time you build a brand new website, you just install Crafter Pro and you're good to go. And like I said, it's going to have full documentation, and this is going to be pretty much the best way to design. I mean, from what I can see. Now, you may have also noticed that there's a lot of products that are released out there, like starter sites or child themes. They don't follow this system that I'm talking about, the Crafter Pro system. So you're going to be able to just go in, change all the values, and make it compatible. Or rather, you make it look much, much better because you would have used Crafter Pro. So it's going to be very, very easy to do. And in fact, I'll do some videos to show you how that is done. So that's going to be very, very exciting. So all your starter sites, all your pre-made layouts, all your child themes can all now be designed using Crafter Pro, which is fantastic. Now, there's also one more product, which is called starter sites. Starter templates. So starter templates basically covers your 404 page, your search results page, your blog pages, and so on. So with this, it's also going to be part of Crafter Pro because all the measurements in there all follow the design system, of course, Crafter Pro. So all this is going to be combined into one product. So if I were you, I would purchase Crafter right now and get all these updates that I'm talking about, because when I combine everything into Crafter Pro, it is going to cost 197, okay? Because it's going to have all these three products all in one. And all these products are definitely needed for each and every project that you're going to be designing. So it's going to be 197, but if you purchase it now, if you purchase Crafter now, you're going to be upgraded to Crafter Pro without, paying any extra. So once I release Crafter Pro, it's going to be 197 for new customers. Okay, it's going to be 197. But if you buy it now at 77, you're going to get a free upgrade, which means you're going to have all these products that I've just mentioned. In my opinion, this is going to make life very, very easy for us as we design websites moving forward. And I intend to share layouts. So I'm going to do tutorials of layouts. So when I share these layouts, they'll be compatible with your website if you're running Crafter Pro, because the sizing and everything is going to be there. I'm also going to be creating a lot of child themes, a lot of starter sites. Everything is going to be powered by Crafter Pro. So out of the box, we're going to be looking at professional looking websites each and every time. So in a way, I'm really excited with this change that has come to Divi 5, because finally we can use all these advanced features that we couldn't do before, because Divi 4 was very, very limited in terms of features. So I'm super excited about Divi 5. And also, if you have any questions, please let me ask me in the comments box below. If you're a lifetime member, well, you are in luck, because you don't have to pay anything. These updates are going to be absolutely free. Now, later on, when Divi 5 has been announced, which is going to be, I think, end of February, I'm going to have the final membership to Divi University Plus. So this is where we're going to get the ball rolling. We're going to be doing live sessions. We are also going to be doing critiques, website critiques. So you'll be able to send me your websites, and then we'll do a critique. We'll be doing redesigns. So I want Divi University Plus to be a community of designers where we start designing websites like the professionals do, and then we just encourage each other and teach each other the right way to do things. So it's going to be a learning platform. And like I said, I'm really, really looking forward to it. I know right now things may be looking a bit slow. That's because I'm really chasing these Divi updates to make sure that you guys have updated versions of Crafter for you to design your websites. And the other thing as well that I want to mention is I'm going to start working on the course in a few days. The Divi 5 Mastery course. Again, if you haven't purchased that, it's only $27. The link to that will be in the video description below as well. So go ahead and check it out. All right, so I just thought I'll just give you a quick update as to what's going on. There's a lot happening behind the scenes, but at the same time, I'm super excited that I'm able to produce products that you guys can use. And this makes me very, very happy. So if you have any questions, please add them in the community, Divi University. And by the way, you can also join the community. It's absolutely free. Links to that will be in the video description below as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Take care.